أهلا بيكم في حلقة جديدة من حلقات أوكسفورد Discover Grade 6 والنهاردة مكملين في Unit 5. هنا عندي Grammar in Use. الجرامر بتاعنا اسمه Past Perfect Continuous. What time does the bus leave? At 7. It's almost 7 now. I'd better hurry. The next morning? How long had you been waiting before the bus got here? Since 7 last night. The bus comes at 7 a.m. silly. Grrr. طبعا هو افتكر ان الباص هيمشي دلوقتي فجهز نفسه وخرج على طول، وكانت اصلا 7 بالليل مش 7 الصبح، فمن ساعتها وهو مستني. ده كده past perfect continuous، حاجة حصلت في الباست which took a long time. Past perfect continuous. Use the past perfect continuous to talk about an ongoing action in the past that happened before something else in the past. حاجة في الباست حصلت خدت وقت طويل قبل ما حاجة تانية تحصل. The guide had been talking to the students about masks before Jack fell asleep. Andy hadn't been feeling well before Jack left. في حاجة كانت بتحصل في الباست واخدة وقت طويل قبل حاجة تانية ما حصلت. هنبص على الفورم هنا هنلاقيه had plus been plus verb plus ing. It is the same form for all persons، يعني مش هغير حاجة مع حد. لو affirmative هقول they had been working hard. Negative Andy hadn't been feeling well. Question had he been dreaming? The short form is apostrophe D. نقولها we'd been taking notes. الquestions اللي بتبقى إجابتها قصيرة اللي هي short answers بنقول هنا had Jack been listening carefully? Yes he had or no he hadn't. You can use the past perfect continuous with for plus a period of time to say how long something took. عشان نقول الحاجة دي حصلت لمدة قد إيه. The guide had been talking for 20 minutes. هنا قاعد يتكلم لمدة 20 دقيقة. And with since to say when it started. The guide had been working at the museum since 2013. Use the past perfect continuous to talk about repeated activities or to focus on the process عشان نركز على اللي حصل أو action اتكرر كذا مرة. The children were tired because they had been taking notes all morning. هنا بيفكرني بالpast perfect. Use the past perfect to say something happened before another thing happened in the past. حاجة حصلت قبل التانية في الpast. When we reached the store, it had already closed. يبقى الستور قفل قبل ما نوصل. Use the past perfect continuous to say that an action started in the past and continued until another time in the past. بدأ في الباست واستمر الوقت معين لحد ما خلص في الباست برضو. By the time it was my turn, I felt like I had been living on a glacier. Circle the action that happened first. تعالوا نشوف ايه اللي حصل الأول هنا. Number 1. We'd been watching TV all morning when we decided to go outside. إيه اللي حصل الأول؟ We were watching TV. Number 2. Mario had been living in Mexico City before he moved to Puebla. يبقى إيه اللي حصل الأول؟ Mario was living in Mexico City قبل ما يتنقل. Number 3. She'd been waiting for her friend when the movie started. كانت مستنية صاحبتها لما الفيلم بدأ. إيه اللي حصل الأول؟ She was waiting for her friend. Word study. Suffixes ER and OR. في كلمات بنزود لها ER أو OR. The suffixes ER and OR are used in many job titles. You can often use these suffixes to turn a verb into a noun. عشان أحول verb noun ممكن أزود له ER بقى ده اسم الشخص اللي بيقوم بالحاجة دي، أو أزود له OR. When people act in this play, they wear masks. طيب الناس اللي بتمثل في المسرحية دي بنسميهم إيه؟ Actors. لو زودنا OR هتبقى actor. يبقى each actor wears a mask that represents a season. يبقى act بتتحول لactor. هنا عندي actor كانت act. Counselor كانت counsel. Builder كانت build. Painter كانت paint. Plumber كانت plumb. Surveyor كانت survey. Inventor كانت invent. Trainer كانت train. Writing study. Choosing a good title. إزاي نختار عنوان مناسب للي احنا بنكتبه. Whether you're writing a report, a story or a poem, it's important to choose a good title. A good title will get your readers' attention and make them want to keep reading. It will also help them to remember what you wrote. سواء بنكتب تقرير، قصة أو شعر، قصيدة، مهم جدا نختار عنوان كويس، عنوان يكون مناسب. لو العنوان ده كويس هيخلي الريدرز اللي بيقروا الحاجة اللي انت كتبتها يبقوا عايزين يكملوا ويعرفوا بتتكلم عن ايه. Read the story and give it a title, then compare your title with your partner's. A terrible noise woke Jake from his sleep. What had happened? Had the roof fallen in? He leaped out of bed and ran to the window. As he looked out into the darkness, he saw a strange green light in the distance. Was it a plane crash? Maybe it was an asteroid, he thought. Just then, another massive crash rang out across the night, causing Jake to jump back into his bed and hide under the covers. فكروا في عنوان مناسب للستوري دي وبعتولي في الكومنتس. كده خلصنا يونت 5 واستنوني في حلقة جديدة نبدأ فيها يونت 6.